As the process of moving continues, I decide to look at the news a little bit, maybe see what's going on in the area. And then I started getting bombarded with comments from people, close friends of mine, asking me if I heard about a certain situation. But here, we're going to talk about it, and that is the Delco Pooper. I am not kidding. I'm going to try to not have many poop puns as possible, but we're past the 10-second mark, so it's whatever at this point. Um, but this is something I wanted to talk about for a while, but I've been so focused on the move, and I kind of wanted to do this because I actually did some research on this person, and it's quite interesting. Let me say that much. So the incident happened on April 30th at Prospect Park, Pennsylvania. And at first, all we saw was two cars stopped at a stop sign. One woman got out of the car and decided to take a poop on the car behind her. The car that took the dookie spot was a silver Hyundai, and apparently the driver of that car said they just got the paint done. Well, you got a little brown present for that. Um, I'm looking at articles more about this, and there was actually the title of this one had me laughing, so I brought it up here. This is on lawandcrime.com if you want to look at that as well. And here's basically what it had to say. Didn't even have to wipe. How the cops busted Delco Pooper, woman who allegedly defecated on her driver's car, during viral road rage incident caught on video. A Pennsylvania woman has been dubbed Delco Pooper by Delaware County residents and internet users as she was arrested for allegedly defecating on a person's car during a road rage incident and was caught on camera. The person that filmed this was a truck driver on the other side filming it on TikTok. I'm pretty sure you saw the TikTok video of someone taking a dump on someone's car. This is that scene. Um, I was gonna keep everything like names away. However, um, at this point, the woman's been arrested and admitted to everything, so we're gonna just say names at this point. And then I have some thoughts of why she did this because I think this is more than expected. Um, I wanted to punch her in the face, but I pooped on her car instead and went home, says 44-year-old Christina Salamedo. Allegedly told authorities after her arrest for the April 30th incident, according to the police advocate of probable causes, which was obtained by the Delco Daily Times. I know it says Delaware County, where I live. Um, we just shorten it for Delco. So even though it says Delaware County Daily Times, I always say Delco Times. Salamena, who is from Ridley Park, is charged with indecent exposure, disorderly conduct, criminal mischief, harassment, and depositing waste on a highway for last Wednesday's alleged incident. Her advocate says she deposited quote an accumulation of liquefied human feces, diarrhea. That's all it is, diarrhea. Um, Okay. Accumulated of liquefied human feces on the hood of a driver's car during a road rage attack on the 4th Street and Madison Avenue in Prospect Park, which Prospect Park is about, give or take, 20-25 minutes away from my location, pending on traffic. Salameo said she was walking back to her car. The driver of the silver sedan called for an insulting name, which made her angry. The advocate says, according to the Daily Times, Salamero said, I wanted to punch her in the face, but I pooped on her car instead and went home. Okay. When there's road rage situations, you'll hear words you shouldn't say. You would think flipping the bird or merging to another lane if possible and speed past the person that's giving you issues. I never thought taking a dump on their car this is disgusting. It's funny, but it's disgusting. I don't know more about it. I want to finish this article and then I'll say some stuff that I think is the real reason why she did this. Prospect Park Police Chief David Madonna, speaking to local NBC affiliate WCAU, which is obviously they said a local NBC broadcast, said that while the case of some of his actions are being joked on a lot, authorities are treating it seriously and handling her like any other alleged criminal. It can't happen in this community, she says. No town wants it to happen on their own. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a male. I apologize. He told WCAU, I just saw Madonna, and right away I thought of, for some reason I thought of Medea, but whatever. The recognition a town gets over this kind of thing is really unwelcome. We do not want this. Well, we got crazy people. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, Delco is full of crazy people. And I can say that because I live here, so I have proof. People see these articles and are like, oh, well, of course Delco is a crazy place. And I'm like, no, it is crazy. You just only know, like, the tiny bits and pieces. It was reportedly Madonna and Sergeant Henry O'Neill who nabbed Salametto and took her to custody on Thursday after going to her Chester Pike address to talk about what allegedly happened. Cops were able to track down Delco Pooper after talking to motorists who took a video of the incident and getting her car information according to the affidavit. I don't know what that word is. I'm sorry. O'Neill was initially able to get in touch with Salametto over the phone Wednesday after calling her number, listening for her and her family members. The Daily Times reports Salametto allegedly said she had a good idea why the sergeant was wanting to talk to her, but she didn't want to come to the police station to discuss what happened. She instead chose to share her side of the story over the phone and claimed she was having stomach issues Wednesday, which caused her to defecate in the other driver's car during their dispute, per police. She said the other driver was in front of her at a traffic light and mocking her after Salametto honked her horn due to the motorist not accelerating right after the light turned green. Salametto believed that the motorist began following her, and that's when she stopped the vehicle and exited, she said. Cops reported that the other driver was allegedly going home and not tailing her. So this was also revealed during a news report on TV that they live around the same area. So the fact that she never knew about this until this moment either says two things. Either the neighbor was still new, or, again, leads to more of what I'm going to mention later. On Thursday, Madonna and O'Neill showed up to Salametto's home, asked for more information on what happened. She allegedly told them it was a clean poop. She didn't even have to wipe. That was a question I had when that occurred. I'm like, and you didn't even wipe, lady. Like, I don't know what's worse, the fact that you did it, or that you did it and you did not wipe. Like, that's like threw me off. I'm like, seriously? You didn't wipe your ass. That meme that comes up where the guy with his eyes wide and goes, "Did you wash your ass today?" I really wanted someone to do that, but there was a more funny comment I saw that kind of makes up for it. Let's see here. Salametto has been given names like Delco Deucer, Delco Pooper by local residents and internet users. One of my personal favorite ones I've heard was the Delco version of the Tush Push. That's for our football fans out there. By local residents and internet users, the local newspaper reports a video of her alleged road rage defecation has circulated on social media platforms, which shows footage, along with footage of Salametto being taken into custody. I do remember this. She said like she had a sickness. She was arraigned Thursday night and released Friday after posting bail. She's scheduled for a primary hearing on May 19th. What gives you the idea of doing this? Like, this is beyond ridiculous. This is so stupid. the fact that that's your way of solving it. So here's the real reason why I think she did this. Now, I don't really care about social media. Like, yes, I do videos on here. I stream on YouTube and Twitch. I have a Discord. I have a TikTok that I haven't used in a while. In fact, I was going to do this as a TikTok at first. But then I went, no, I want to do it here. Maybe I'll mention it on a TikTok. I don't know yet. But what I do have, and I don't mention to anybody, is I have a personal Facebook. And so, curiously, because right when this happened and we saw the video, we kind of knew right away who this was. Now, Delaware County, it's bigger than the state of Delaware. However, you know where everything is. So, like, let's say you see a church, I'm trying to remember, a church that has fallen down and it hasn't been touched in years, that's Chester. If you're at a restaurant like Tom Jones, that's Brookhaven. If you're near Produce Junction, that's like that Chichester area. So you know where everything is. Like, you know where you're at depending on what you see. So we kind of caught on who this was right away. Now, on her Facebook, she did a few things. For one, she put a post up not too long after this incident occurred, saying that she's being asked to stop being tagged in it because she had nothing to do with it. The post has been taken down, but she turns around and says, I didn't do this. Stop tagging me in these videos. It's not me. I'm not the one who did this. But then goes on and changes her last name to Shitman. Shytman, so that way they can get past censors. But also, what really makes me think that she did this for attention is on her same profile, immediately you see a link to an OnlyFans. And also, if you click on more info, there's a link for a Cash App that pops up. So, I'm thinking she did this on purpose. It wasn't any stomach issues. It wasn't any other type of problem. She just wanted the attention to get people to access her profile and see, oh, she's got OnlyFans. Let's see what this is. And there's bios on OnlyFans, so you don't have to get a subscription. She's a foot person. I'm not. No, I'm good. Even if I was single, no. I'm not into feet like that. And like I said, there's a link to a Cash App. So you kind of know right away that this was more of getting attention. Because, like it said, she got released the next day. And yeah, there's going to be a hearing, and it's probably going to be a slap on her wrist and a fine. And maybe community service. That's it. But if anything crazy happens, we'll mention it again. Very sickening, and the whole situation is just completely shit. Alright, I'm done with the poop puns. You guys have a good one.